Today, we play Best of One.
The only one in Best of One.
What? Virginia taxes!
Ta-da!
Eurian. This is Standard. Today we're going to see if Standard could just be Singleton. Hi, it's me at CGB. I'm playing a Singleton deck in Mythic against Standard competition. And here's the thing. There's so many cards. It's by far the biggest Standard of all time, and it's only getting bigger. Singleton formats have already proven to be incredibly popular. Why doesn't Wizards of the Coast just make this Singleton? Why doesn't Wizards of the Coast make Standard Singleton? Would it be more fun? Would it be more interactive? Right away, I can tell you, I'm getting to play all kinds of cards that I wanted very much to play in Standard, but over time, I've just stopped playing a lot of these cards. Let's go straight for a Rest in Peace. Nature's Rhythm is the primary target here, but the reason we don't want to deduce is because we make a clue token that then gets eaten up by the Star Cage. Uh-oh. Well, that is exactly what we did not want to see. So now Star Cage isn't looking very good. This is Temur Battlecryer on their best draw, and I'm scared. So playing blue-white control, clearly. All one-ofs, including non-basic lands. And the main thing you need to know, I got to run all kinds of cards I didn't know if I would get to run anymore. It's actually pretty sweet. No? Okay, well, we could eat 2 elves with the cage, or we could try to deduce to hit our land drops and get to Ultima. And I'm going for the Ultima. I'm going to fail. I am going to fail. Okay, I did run 26 lands, the right amount of lands. So sometimes you record your intro and your first game turns out to be garbage. There's a Lava Leaper. All things have haste. All right, it's land and Beza or nothing. Okay, that's a 2-life land. See? When's the last time you saw Adventurers Inn out here, huh? All creatures have haste. Whenever a player taps a land for... I could have ultimated. I did not know this affected both players. I have not played against this card even once. I could have ultimated. I'm gonna die. I deserve to die. I have never seen this card in play. So Standard should be Singleton for variety purposes, because there's no variety otherwise. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're gonna spell snare that. We got something to use our 2-mana spell on, and we used it. Oh, hate seeing that. Oh, I mean, oh man. Was really hoping they'd just be on empty after this Ultima. But as it is, we are back up to 12, and we are kind of chilling. Okay. A basic land. You have none of those. What are you... What's happening? Wait, what? I hate my life. I mean, we're dead, right? Yeah, I deserve this. I deserve all of this. Okay, Lava Leaper. What a card. Anyway, Singleton Standard. I just got a new box from Dragon Shield. Let's show off some of the new products coming this spring. Hear ye, news from the Dragon's Forge has arrived. In a belch of forceful flames, the great portal was cast open, and a heap of untouched treasure was set free unto the world. In the Artist Signature series, we have Ralph Horsley's The Raid. A thunder of wings, a chorus of wild goblin laughter. The raid has begun. Legendary fantasy artist Ralph Horsley brings his vibrant imagination into the signature series with The Raid, a breathtaking new dragon artwork bursting with energy and mischief. Given complete creative freedom, Horsley unleashed his own vision of the classic Red Dragon, this time with an unexpected twist, a fearless goblin warband charging into battle upon its back. Now, this chaotic adventure comes to life across matte dual art sleeves, a matching playmat, and the Art Zipster 360, letting players surround their decks and collections with the full spectacle of The Raid. The Raid is available on April 24th, so get ready to pick up yours today. Use the link in the description and promo code CGB5 to get a discount on your orders from Dragon Shield and support the channel at the same time. Now back to the video. How badly would it punish the combo decks, I think, is a big concern. Combo decks like the deck we just saw, and I don't know. I actually think there's enough tutors. People would probably have to be careful, but as far as cloning a Team or Battle Crier, there's enough clones, and there's a ton of tutors. Some of the staple removal spells that we don't get to use as much, like Get Lost, those really hurt. Go white. But like, when's the last time I got to play a Sunken Citadel? When's the last time I considered Quick Study for a deck? Well, if I had set myself up with blue first, I could have got this Anchorage down, but I think that's okay. Badger Mole Cub. Easy. They have blinged it out too. I like their choice of land though, if I'm being real. Like, these look really good blingy. I don't think I've seen these on Arena in a really long time. All right, show them double blue. That'll scare them. But really, we're just a quick study here. The counter spells, we had a lot of options. Essence Scatter, Negate, Disdainful Stroke, all getting the nod. Spell Snare getting the nod. 3 steps ahead, of course. No More Lies, of course. Considered plenty of other things, too, that I just haven't considered in forever. It was pretty fun to build the deck, to be honest. Much harder work than, ooh, I had 4 of these, 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 because I saw them in tournaments in the last 3 years. And I think if it were a forced restriction, it would be more fun, but that's part of the experiment of the video. 1, am I having more fun than my opponent? Last game, absolutely not. Okay, they just roped to oblivion to play a Fabled Passage. And now they cast an Esper Origins. They're going to surveil, then shuffle? Why? What is... I get it. Sequencing with this deck is hard, but dang. And you left a card on top. And you shuffle it away. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, a negate. Will that work when they cast the other side? I think it does. The deck can still win by a Spirit Water Revival, which you'll see in my other climbing to Mythic videos, but oh my gosh. I do miss having a lot of demolition fields. Like, this could be a problem. And they go straight to an Ice Till. Let's see if we can draw something good. Okay, that's not terrible, but it's also not good. Just love watching them play on and on and on. This deck should be banned as a time sink alone. So annoying. Aang's Iceberg. Not bad. But they certainly got their value. The board wipes, we still have Ultima, we still have Split Up. Man, they just never lack for anything, do they? They have it all at all times. Abandoned campground's pretty funny, but you would be surprised how often my life total can absolutely suck. Crack it. Thank you. In responses. Now we're still in a bind. This is not good. But let's see what they do with their mana. How do they still have so many cards? I thought I was the one who drew some extra cards. All right, now please stop casting things. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the break. Tranquil Cove, gain a life. Exciting. So power up Anchorage doesn't really do much, but it does block a land. So I guess that is part of my play here. We have hit a couple of land drops, haven't we? Yes, we have. The other thing about attacking with Anchorage is you get the map tokens, which can help you water bend out the revival. It kind of ramps you, but I mean, we don't really have the time. Okay, Lockmare. That's an interesting little card draw choice that made it into the deck. But now I'm starting to wonder if I have too much card draw, because we have drawn cards. We haven't solved problems. Maybe the balance is off, but if my balance is going to be off, I promise you it's going to be towards card draw. That's just the nature of CGB. Who he just referred to himself in the third person. What a clown. All right, well, I can't beat this board. Let's see what we can get. We can't get anything. All right, block. Maybe we're not dead. It's a few too many lands in this game. It's been that way from the beginning. I can stun, right? Tap target creature and put a stun counter on it. That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's not terrible. Is it one stun counter? It's a stun counter. This one goes away next turn. Who knows? And, I mean, we're getting closer to the revival, and you know we're going to hit the land drops. Like, we could actually tap this to waterbend. But what are we drawing into? What actually saves us? It's only 2 mana to power up an Anchorage. Oh, that card's good. Yeah, magic cards. Woo, ah, aha. Okay. They're doing it all now. It's interesting. Uh-huh, wow. Goes away next turn. Goes away next turn. Gotta remember. Do you like all of your game actions to take forever? Have we got a deck for you? Right, definitely have to tap something now. If it's stunned, it can't attack me next turn. This just needs to be chumped. But then trample next turn, I'm just gonna die from that? Well, I have to chump either way. Just you? I mean, I guess I can delete their ability to trample and draw. That's nice. I thought they'd also attack with the land. I mean, it's really good I get to draw a card here instead of Stone Rain. That's a little late. That's not the card I need. So all this work to try to set up a revival, and now I have to just try to draw into a board wipe with it anyway. Heartbreaking, really. Well, that's an emergency eject. Just giving this opponent a lander is one of the spots you don't want to do that. Oh my god. I would like to thin this deck, please. This is not going well. So, emergency eject. 1, 2, 3. 2 mana power up anchorage means I can't play authority. At least they don't have any landfall right now. Do not want to give them back this nursery. I really don't. The struggle is real, guys. But you know what? I do think I'm gonna end up having more fun than them. That I'm semi-confident on. They're seriously running one of the more painfully boring decks out there. So did they miss that anchorage play? Seam Rip can take out this Tree Folk. And then I'm dead? Yes. Then I'm dead. So what do we need? We need them to make a mistake? Yeah, Demolition Field is probably the card I wish I had 4 copies of the most. I also run Volatile Fault, so I have 2 versions of Demolition Field in here. But you can see that we really didn't dig through our deck to find it the way that we would have if we had had a number of other cards in the spot. So all they have to do is turn these sideways. Let's see. Well played. Ugh. We stayed alive longer than I expected. But so far, playing Singleton is a bit of a... It's a bit rough. I do like that I get to run a number of cool cards, though. Like the Lockmare, right? When's the last time you saw the Lockmare putting in the work? I think I ran one of them in a Dimir deck not that long ago. Card is sick. I ran it in Brawl recently. It did great. We can keep this. This kind of long game Surveil land would have been so good in old Magic and just gets no play now. The Legend of Karuk, I feel like we played it a little when it first came out, then nobody played it because tapping out is death. Beza seems to have retired. It's so weird. The format is so weird. I'm just wistful for a time when I could play a back and forth game of Magic, when not everything steamrolled out of control, but now even their lands do that, as Bossing Say very much did. It seems like Emergency Eject should be a good card too, just because a lot of these decks don't have a ton of basic lands, and if they spend their mana ramping, you're actually happy. Okay, we have a Soul Guide Lantern and a Rest in Peace in the deck to dig for. Let's see if we can get there. Did I not put Washi Tong in this deck? I don't think I did. One of my card advantage engines can go. Yeah, the counterspell was sorely needed there. Straight to Cavern of Souls. So again, we're probably going to get clowned without a Demolition Field. Second game in a row here. That's pretty rough. I will cast nothing and like it. Anything? Right now, Bringer brings back a Greeter. That's about it. Yeah, let's get that exiled. We're not gonna be able to counter their Spider-Man anyway. Wait, it's not Spider-Man. We're not playing Spider-Man here. It's some other thing, the Mind Bitten. All right, so we can't counter their reanimation anyway. So let's start digging for our Graveyard Hate and our board wipes. I'll take the stock up. Busted card. You miss having 4 of that, don't you? They did it! Give this player a cookie. Look at that. It's like a combo. It's not that good, to be honest. They did hit Arden, which makes their next one a lot better. So it's Scry too? Man, I want to put the Curious Farm Animals in the bin. But we have to dig for the Graveyard Hate. And we don't get it. Beza right now makes a treasure and 2 fish. So that ain't good. I want the life. Oh, I can have it if I shock in the fountain. I can have the life, but not the treasure. I think I want the treasure more. You know what? Let's try to find the Graveyard Hate. I think that's the play. And then we take this 11 damage and they reanimate their Overlord. And we can discard the Beza for the next time they reanimate. Okay, still no board wipe. It's not good. It's really not good. But we can discard this dragon. That's pretty good to get back. That can mess up their Arden plan quite a bit. We go to 8. We're gonna flip this. It doesn't make blockers though, because they can't block non-spirits. God, play a changeling, why don't you? Deceit. Fun. Let's see what they take. I mean, I don't have the answers. I'm trying to draw them. If they take the think twice, I'll use my get lost on something on their end step to keep their next attack from being lethal. Okay, they take the get lost. You're gonna let me draw my board wipe? Think twice always draws what you need, guys. You have to believe. Yeah, okay. You're bouncing the legend? Or what? Okay. That's very interesting. I wonder why they did that. Any theories? All right, transform you. 6 lands to 5, lower life total, lower creature count. So we can definitely Beza. Life, treasure, 2 more life. Pass. It's any spell. That's why I didn't get the fish. Oh well. The fish aren't the important bit. So if they attack here, they get back a deceit. I'm just gonna avoid that. Let me guess. Damage. Okay. Well, Take one, let them mill extra. Yeah, it's not that important. Dude, I'm telling you, Graveyard Hate and or board wipes have to be close. We've actually dug pretty well. It has to be close. Uh-huh. All right, bringer of the last gift goes to hand, so does Arden. They do have enough mana to cast these things, but at least it takes a lot of mana. There's still a Valgavoth down there. Remember how the first game I was mana screwed? Well, that's come back to bite me, hasn't it? Oh no, can't beat that. So what do we need to draw into? Some kind of perfect runner of Graveyard Hate and a board wipe. Wow, the demolition field. Your timing is everything. Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. All right. Well, so far we just haven't been able to hang with the power of these decks as the game goes on, but we also have not been able to dig through the deck and find the one-ofs that we need. It really shows like the consistency that these decks have that even past standard decks couldn't hope to have with stock up with consult the star charts, right? Like easily some of the most insane card draw we've ever seen. Even like a Sphinx's Revelation deck couldn't just always have their one-ofs when they need them the way that this deck does. But let's get the Librarian in there. There's a lot of cards you still haven't even seen. It's been kind of funny what we've actually drawn into. What's the worst card we've drawn? Honestly, just the draw twos like Think Twice have not been good. And it hurts my soul to think that cards like Deduce and Think Twice aren't good. They've been so bad, though. This Emergency Eject has tried to be there for us, but it has been bad. You feel how expensive it is when you have it in your hand. I think I need something with more consistency, to be honest. This Legend of Karuk should be okay, but hasn't. There's a lot of spell interaction we just haven't drawn. Honestly, we've just drawn a ton of lands the last two games, and we're at 26 land with a lot of card draw. I don't feel it should be that bad. But that was also kind of a feature, I would say, not a bug, a feature of past Magic. You could draw a lot of lands. You could have a hand that was like, you could have 5 lands on the battlefield, 3 lands and 1 spell in hand. You weren't dead. Like, the opponent couldn't close the game in 2 turns. Their threats weren't that. And you know what? Current Magic doesn't understand that one bit. Current Magic is nothing even close to that. We'll try this. It is expensive, but we have an early whale and one of our board wipes. Quick study ready to go. What do we have here? Cub? Ang? I don't think Rest in Peace does anything against them. But I'm not positive about that. I am pretty sure I won't get attacked next turn, but it's an opportunity to get this land down, so I'll take it. As opposed to playing Rest in Peace that does probably nothing. Okay, now they have Ang. Now is the time for Starting Town. There's only one in the deck, so you always know you're safe playing it on turn 3 as opposed to the fear of drawing an extra. Okay. Wow. Look at it go. Hanging all over the place. Would you stop? We've got a card toucher, guys. God, I hate card touchers. An elf. Uh-huh. I want 2 cards. Thank you. Still card touching. Hold. I mean, this isn't much of a clock, but like Aang is a pain in the neck. Dangerous card to be sure, and they might go for an Appa here, which would let us know more lies, which is exactly what I want to do. Okay, that works too. Before they get their cavern, right? I mean, our games have been defined by lands, Ba Sing Se and cavern. Like, those have been the things that have beaten us, to be honest, which is wild to think about. Guys, we can activate the university campus cheaper with Sunken Citadel. Peak magic. Spell Gyre, counter target spell, surveil to draw 2 cards. That's going to be a surprising one. But we're going to do it. I want them to play the Aang here. You know, they saw 4 mana. You know they go for it. If we play Deduce, they don't go for it. All right. Do we go for Ultima? I don't think so. I think we wait 1 more turn so we can back it up with another effect. Especially now that we draw an Essence Scatter, we don't have to be afraid of a combo here. Could also play this whale and start attacking them, see how they handle that. That would probably earn their respect. But I think we just draw cards when we can. This is old school control gaming. They have something open, right? It's probably another Aang. All right, revival, yep. Well, now this is just 2 generic mana counter target spell. I like that. Team Rip. I mean, doesn't Ultima really do me any good here? I don't think so. Rip could take the Ascension, which is a bit of a pain, but then they just get rid of it again. What do they airbend it with it? Appa's the other card we have to watch for. But this can get a dock, so I think we hold it for that. I mean, honestly, I think we just wait. Like, we're taking only 3 a turn. This is not that bad. We have Counterspell face up. Generic mana Counterspell, amazing. Okay. Now they play a dock. Okay. I think that's fine. And they airbend this. Which was at target. Nothing. I'm gonna bring out my whale. They could have Appa'd me right there, right? And made all the creatures, but then we Ultima them and we're fine. Force the issue or attack? Let's force the issue. There it is. We'll use the counter in our hand that only hits creatures, just in case there's something else going on. And we are in an attrition war, so the draw 7 off this is potentially game ending. So I am going to save it. We still have Surveil and Counterspell open. Rip hits the rip, gets them the dock. What can they do from there? They still need another piece. And they only have one card left. Like, this kind of had to happen at some point because they run plenty of Seam Rip. Okay, this is 4 and a tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would take the shields down to Gyre here. If they combo, we don't have the back, or we take the shields down to Surveil. If they combo, we still have Gyre Ultima. In. Wow, they're gonna save my whale? Incredible. Bang. Nice. Oh, come on. I don't even get to do my other things? Oh, well. Hey, we won a game. How do we credit that? A lot of our answers actually lined up. That's probably the biggest part. And our answers were 2 mana. So using 3 mana answers has probably been the part of the game that's been the worst. Also, I need to learn to just cast this, but I mean, obviously they conceded. If we had cast it, it would have sealed the game, but would we have sealed the game with any 2 other cards plus this situation? Probably. I do need to learn to cast the card. I can't. I want 7 cards so bad. So bad. You guys don't know. In my heart, all I do is draw 7 all day. All day. At the grocery store, draw 7. At the gas station, we draw 7. Pit of Offerings. That's another piece of graveyard hate I've never drawn. I mean, it is... Like, were those games that bad? It felt bad at the time. Now I'm like, maybe they weren't that bad. Maybe I just did get unlucky. And you can be like, it's your variety, but like a lot of the decks I've played haven't had 3 pieces of graveyard hate in them. This one does, and I drew none of them. Even after seeing like the top third of my deck. All right, this skeleton deck, especially on the play, is incredibly hard to beat. But here we go. So, what do they got? We can hope it's a bunch of nowhere to runs, but it's not. Get that little guy out of there. Seam Rip isn't bad. It'll go better next turn. This turn is 3 steps or Iceberg. Next turn is Seam Rip plus Iceberg or 3 steps. Something's getting double strike though, and that's scary. I guess we'll counter. Everything is a bit too threatening. Rip. By the way, pretty sure I've had this Spirit Water Revival every game. Never cast it for the draw 7. Maybe that's the card I'm just too attached to. That has to go. I don't know, man. No, that's not a United Battlefront, and it's not a Corpse of the Lost. But look at this aggression. It's kind of wild what this deck can put out. On the play, answer. I'm at 5. Like, seriously. This is 4 answers and I'm at 5. Are you kidding me right now? Isn't that insane? One, 2, 3. Look at that. Look at that tri-land. Sexy tri-land. All right. Tap for colorless. Cast the Lockmare. Whiff. Not a whiff. I mean, that's that. Like, steamroll. Absolute steamroll. But that happens to the deck with or without Singleton going on. Like, which of these cards would have been unplayable? So once again, we use 3 mana removal, 3 steps ahead, and Aang's Iceberg, which I think are like the only 2 3 mana removal left in the deck, and we lose the game. Using 3 mana removal seems to be I signed up for, I don't want to win, which is pretty wild. That is what on the draw best of 1 Magic is, though. Well, we're on the draw. We have all tap lands but a Star Cage. I mean, if they come out too hot, the Star Cage could solve it as long as we draw 1 untapped land. And if they're a graveyard deck, we have Rest in Peace. Although Deceit's a really good Magic card. What the hell? Huh? Our opponent's playing Singleton. They show me a 3 steps ahead. There's no way you keep that, right? Okay. What are we up against? I mean, you know when they're a 90-some percenter at this time of the season that they are a brewer. The meta decks all stay in the top 1,000. Freaking llamas. Okay, they are oops all 1-drops. So the cage is gonna be something here in a minute. That has to be white. Pass. Let's go. Triple Sanctum. Perfect mana. Unbelievable. Well, crap. And then we lose. Oh, I love that. Okay. How do we solve that? Aang? And then maybe Aang ambushes one of these. But when does Aang come down and do this job? Okay. If we Star Cage here, the Ultima later is pretty bad. But I guess we have to. Maybe they'll remove the cage for us. 3 steps ahead in C-Note Scout, huh? Okay. We still have to solve the Boroid. They might just have counter spells. I should keep that. That's not bad. Llanowar. Yikers. Why did I let that resolve? Well, I guess it was probably going to happen either way. Like they replay it, but now I have a 5/5 Llanowar to think about. Iceberg. Still not an ultimate you want to cast. Sometimes your synergy falls apart when you're as ambitious as I was with this deck. Dig. 2 life and an untapped land. Not good enough. I think we have to do this now. No! No! You monster. Of course they add that. Of course they did. Getting ultimate. It's getting ultimate like. Jesus Christ. All right, well, I'm going to give them back these creatures and try not to lose to them. It does end the turn, right? So they don't get the explore triggers, so they're just 1/1s. That's a good thing. Pit of Offerings, cleaning out blue and white. Okay. No Ouroboros. Yes! What do they got, though? More counter spells? All right, that's a 4-point attack. We have some answers. The Ride's End can help. Does feel like they're tricky, though. Tricky Magic players. 1, 2. Blue. Want to counter that? This plus that still activates. Okay. Watsi Tong. You motherfucker. All right. Well, shocking. They had another answer. So if they search their deck, this can get a counter. So should I block? I mean, I have 4. I have to block. Give it up for them. Every card good. Okay, block there. Rides End here. Die. Have to draw something. It's... yeah, baby. Adventurers Inn. The life gain. Top tier. All right, let's line this up. Yeah, they're out of tricks. They're gonna have to add to this board to keep it lethal. They did. They absolutely did. Oh my god, a land. Oh my god. Standard should be singleton. It would probably be really fun to play with other people. I loved the cards in this video. I hated the experience. You're cool.